My name is Jacqueline Bush, and I am an editorial and celebrity hairstylist. My clientele has included Faith Hill, Mark Ruffalo, Terrence Howard, Gwyneth Paltrow, Krakowski. I want to be able to show you that hair isn't as intimidating or as hard as you think it is, and I want you to be able to have fun with it and do what your vision is with your hair. And these are my tips for all you curly-haired girls out there. There's a few things I wanted to explain about curly hair, and if you follow these few tricks, I promise you that you can have those beautiful curls that you want. The first thing is to understand that curly hair is different than straight hair. Now I know that sounds really obvious, but curly hair is actually naturally drier than straight hair. So what you need is more moisture. What creates frizz is a lack of moisture. And when you step out of the rain and your hair frizzes up more, it's because it's actually all those little bits and pieces of hair need the moisture so bad that they're literally running for it and they're trapping it. So think about curly hair as the same thing. The first thing you want to start with is your shampoo. When you shampoo curly hair, the shampoo that you should be using should be very gentle. You want something sulfate-free or very, very low on the detergent level. Then, trick number one, when you condition your hair, take a lot of conditioner, using a light conditioner, nothing too heavy, even if it's like a big palm size amount. You want to emulsify it in your hands, run it all the way through your hair. Then, when you rinse out the conditioner in your hair, what you're going to do is you're just going to rinse it off the roots. You're going to scrub your roots, but you're going to leave all the conditioner in the rest of your hair. So, after you've rinsed out the conditioner just off your roots, which literally means scrubbing your roots, but not scrubbing it through the rest of your hair. After you do that, you're just going to squeeze the hair dry, and your hair should feel very soft and silky. Not white and filmy, but just very, very, very soft. At first it's going to feel weird, it's going to feel super, super silky, it's going to feel very strange to you. That's okay, I promise you'll get used to that, and in a few weeks, after you start seeing the difference, you're going to be really happy that you started doing that. After you do that, you get out of the shower, you squeeze your locks dry, being as gentle as possible, touching the hair as little as possible. So, after you get out of the shower, you're going to get your curling cream. I always like to start with two fingertips amount of hair product, and then I can always add more if necessary. I'm going to take that, I'm going to emulsify it in my hands, I'm going to lightly brush it on the hair with my hands, not a brush. Brush it on my hair with my palms, scrunch it, and just let my curls be. So, the last thing I want to talk about with curly hair is the cut. Curly hair needs to be cut differently than straight hair. I like to do the majority of cutting on curly hair dry because curls shrink a lot. And if you cut curly hair wet, you can't necessarily tell how much length you're cutting off. It also needs to be cut at a point with scissors rather than bluntly across. That is because there's a natural wave pattern, and if you look at a wave, it's not blunt, there's an angle to it. So the scissors need to reflect that in the haircut. Also, the way you texturize curly hair is different than the way you would texturize straight hair. So, a good starting point if you don't live in a major city where you can get to a salon that specializes in curly hair or a stylist that is known for cutting curly hair would be to seek out a stylist that has hair texture similar to your own. For example, if you have really curly hair, go to a stylist that has really curly hair, whose style you like, of course. And lastly, I want to say one last thing. It's a great trick when you wake up in the morning, you don't have a lot of time, but you want to just pull your curls together. Take a curling iron that is the same size of your curls. So if you have really small, kinky curls, you can use a very thin, tiny curling iron. If you have larger curls, you can use a larger curling iron. And just take a few very tiny, about 10 random pieces around the head. Just curl those 10 pieces, not uniform, but one here, one there. Your hair will look put together, and it takes about 4 minutes to do. And it's the greatest, easiest trick you can do to pull your hair together in a few minutes.